What if I told you that the secret to a fulfilling relationship lies in understanding a simple concept, the 5 love languages? Yes, you heard it right. Love, that elusive emotion we chase, celebrate, and often misunderstand, could be decoded, or at least better understood, through the lens of 5 languages. In our quest to unravel the mystery of love, we're turning to the wisdom of Gary Chapman, a renowned relationship expert and author of the best-selling book, The 5 Love Languages. In his profound work, Chapman introduces us to a revolutionary way of understanding love and relationships, breaking down the complexities into 5 distinct languages. These love languages, according to him, serve as the primary modes through which we express and interpret love. Now you might be wondering, what are these 5 love languages? In essence, they are words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Each language is unique, just like us, and holds the potential to transform our relationships in ways we never imagined. However, we won't delve too deep into each love language in this scene. Consider this a teaser, a taste of the journey we're about to embark on. But why are these love languages important, you may ask? Well, they allow us to understand ourselves and our partners on a deeper level. They help us navigate the often turbulent waters of relationships, fostering stronger bonds and promoting mutual understanding. Once we learn to speak and understand these languages, we can unlock a new level of intimacy and connection. So, whether you're in a relationship, looking for love, or just curious about the intricacies of human connection, this journey through the 5 love languages promises to be enlightening. If you've ever wondered why your relationships haven't worked out or why you're just not clicking, the answers could lie in your love language. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into each of these languages and begin to unravel the mystery of love. Now let's delve into the heart of it all, the 5 love languages. First, we have words of affirmation. This language uses words to affirm other people. Compliments, words of appreciation, verbal encouragement, and frequently saying, "I love you," are all common. For people who prefer this love language, hearing the words "I love you" are important, and hearing the reasons behind that love sends their spirits soaring. Next, we have quality time. This love language is all about giving the other person your undivided attention. Unlike the words of affirmation, you're not just saying "I love you," but showing it by dedicating time to focus only on your partner. This is about spending time together, uninterrupted and focused, sharing and building your relationship. The third love language is receiving gifts. Don't mistake this love language for materialism. The receiver of gifts thrives on the love, thoughtfulness, and effort behind the gift. The cost of the gift is not the point, it's about the sentiment behind it. If you speak this language, the perfect gift shows that you are known, you are cared for, and you are prized above whatever was sacrificed to bring the gift to you. Fourthly, acts of service. For these people, actions speak louder than words. Anything you do to ease the burden of responsibilities weighing on an acts of service person will speak volumes. The words they most want to hear, "Let me do that for you." Lastly, physical touch. This language isn't all about the bedroom. A person whose primary language is physical touch is, not surprisingly, very touchy. Hugs, pats on the back, holding hands, and thoughtful touches on the arm, shoulder, or face. They can all be ways to show excitement, concern, care, and love. Each of these languages speaks more deeply to some individuals than others. Each person has a primary love language that we must learn to speak if we want that person to feel loved. Understanding these languages is the first step, but how do you know which one is yours, or your partner's? Identifying your love language may seem tricky, but it's simpler than you think. Let's dive into the depths of the matter. First, you need to observe your behavior in relationships. Do you feel most loved when receiving gifts? Or does a simple compliment make your day? Maybe you appreciate someone spending quality time with you, or you feel special when someone does something for you, like washing your car or cooking your favorite meal. These are all clues pointing to your love language. If words of affirmation make you feel loved, you cherish compliments, words of appreciation, and verbal encouragement. You thrive on hearing kind and encouraging words that make you feel understood and appreciated. For those who identify with quality time, nothing says "I love you" like full, undivided attention. Being there for your loved one with the TV off, fork and knife down, chores aside, and all chores and tasks on standby conveys feelings of love to them. If receiving gifts is your love language, don't mistake this for materialism. You thrive on the love, thoughtfulness, and effort behind the gift. To you, gifts are visual symbols of love. Acts of service, for some people, speak louder than words. Simple chores around the house or a cup of tea in bed can be powerful expressions of love. Last but not least, physical touch. This language isn't all about the bedroom. Everyday physical connections like hand-holding, hugging, or any form of reaffirming physical contact are crucial to you if this is your primary love language. So, start observing your behavior, your reactions, and what you naturally do for others. It's a journey of self-discovery that will help you communicate love more effectively. But remember, knowing your love language is only half of the equation. You also need to understand your partner's. Understanding your partner's love language is the key to a harmonious relationship. Imagine you're a chef and your partner is a food critic. You may cook an exquisite French gourmet meal, but if your partner prefers Italian cuisine, they might not appreciate your culinary efforts. This is exactly what happens when we express love in a language our partner doesn't understand. So, how do you identify your partner's love language? Observe. Pay attention to how they express love to you and others. They're likely to show love in the same way they'd like to receive it. For instance, if your partner often praises you or expresses their love verbally, they may value words of affirmation. If they're always hugging you or holding your hand, their love language might be physical touch. But understanding isn't enough. You need to communicate in your partner's love language. If their love language is acts of service, actions speak louder than words. Help them with chores or tasks. If they value quality time, dedicate uninterrupted time to them. Show interest in their activities and conversations. Maybe your partner's love language is receiving gifts. This doesn't mean you need to shower them with expensive presents. A thoughtful token of love, like their favorite candy bar or a handwritten note, can do wonders. Remember, it's not about changing who you are, but expanding your love vocabulary. You might be fluent in words of affirmation, but learning to express love through quality time or acts of service will only deepen your connection. Also, don't assume, ask. Have an open conversation about your love languages. This not only helps you understand each other better, but also fosters a space of respect, empathy, and love. So, take a moment, observe, understand, communicate, and most importantly, love in your partner's language. Because at the end of the day, love isn't about speaking, it's about understanding. Remember, love is a two-way street. It's not just about how you want to be loved, but how your partner wants to be loved too. So, what happens when you start speaking your partner's love language? Well, it's like unlocking a secret door to their heart. You'll notice a significant change in the dynamics of your relationship. The walls of misunderstanding crumble, replaced by bridges of empathy and compassion. You understand each other on a deeper level, and your bond strengthens. Imagine a couple who, despite their love for each other, felt a nagging disconnect. They couldn't put a finger on it, but something was missing. Then they discovered the 5 love languages. They took the time to understand each other's primary love language and started to communicate in it. The result? Their relationship blossomed like a flower in spring. The misunderstanding evaporated. They felt loved, understood, and cherished. This isn't just a story, but one of the many success stories from the book 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. Now, consider another scenario. A mother and her teenage daughter were always at odds. They loved each other, but the constant bickering made their relationship strained. Upon discovering the concept of love languages, they realized that they were expressing their love in different ways. The mother's love language was acts of service, while the daughter's was words of affirmation. Once they started to speak each other's love language, their relationship transformed. The arguments lessened, and they began to appreciate each other more. But it's not only about romantic relationships or family bonds. Understanding love languages can also enhance friendships, work relationships, and practically any human interaction. People feel valued and appreciated when you communicate with them in their love language. It builds trust, fosters understanding, and creates a positive environment. And that, my friends, is the power of understanding the 5 love languages. It's not just about love, but about being understood, valued, and appreciated. It's about making every interaction count, every relationship matter. It's about connecting with people on a level that transcends words. It's about the power of love in its truest, purest form.